Hi, my name is Tina Spalding and I'm a trance channel. Hi subscribers. I have had somebody ask me to channel about drugs and alcohol as they occur in our society, so I thought that would be a good subject to address today. I'm traveling somewhere hot where normally I would have a drink or two, but I'm choosing not to do that this time so that I can raise my frequency, and Ananda often talks about alcohol lowering our frequency. So I'm going to let them speak to that subject, and I'll take one breath and I'll see you at the end of the session. We're with you again, dear ones. Your society, of course, is rife with drugs and alcohol, so we are going to address that very, very important issue. We enjoy the questions that you bring forth from these videos. They stimulate ideas in you, and that is creativity at play. When you encounter an idea, it causes you to react, and your infinite creativity will come into play. So as you watch these videos, as you come into a deeper alignment with these teachings, your spiritual self, your true self, sometimes your guides and teachers are going to prompt you to ask certain questions, because that is the next thing that you need to know on your journey. So if you are watching this video, if you are curious about drugs and alcohol and how they affect your spiritual pursuits, this is no accident. This is exactly the material that you need today. There are many, many beings on your plane at this time who are using drugs, and particularly alcohol. We do not differentiate between drugs and alcohol. Alcohol is a drug. There are many discussions that go on about this, but from Spirit's point of view, it is a drug. It is merely a socially condoned drug and a socially propagated drug. It is marketed, it is pushed. You have many images in your movies and commercials encouraging you to drink, and there is a reason for that frequency that you possess. You have a frequency that is yours, and it is generated by the thousands of ideas and thoughts and beliefs that you hold in your mind. As you raise your frequency, you come in contact with new ideas, new thoughts, and new vibrations manifesting in your world. Your body is a frequency that is manifested in the world, and those of you that are of a higher frequency will have a healthier body, and those of you that are of a lower frequency will have a less thriving physical experience. The master, the enlightened being, can in fact create a new body anytime they wish, and that is what Jesus did in his incarnation on the earth plane so many years ago. It seemed miraculous, but it is science. It is in fact a scientific equation. The higher frequency your thoughts, words and deeds, the higher frequency is your physical experience, and eventually you do not even need to have a physical experience. So some of these ideas may be new to you because you believe that a body is what you are, and you believe that this life is all you have. Well, that is not so. You have access to many realms once you are of a certain frequency. You have access to other realms when you are of a lower frequency. Some beings that are, we would call nefarious, lower frequency, non-physical beings, will take the advantage when you are inebriated, when you are using drugs and alcohol, when your psyche is open, and that is what is happening when you are inebriated. Your psyche is like an open door flapping in the wind, and beings of a lower frequency can attach to you during that time. And so some addictions are in fact what you would consider possession. They are in fact beings of a low frequency who may even have been addicts in their own physical incarnation, tuning in and attaching to the frequency that they recollect, that they remember, that they liked. Just as this being has raised her frequency through the pursuit of forgiveness and compassion and focused, loving training of mind. And so she has tuned into our realm. We have also tuned into her realm because it came close enough for us to connect with her. These are the choices you make, and drugs and alcohol are contingent in your spiritual development. They are important. We would say if you have an occasional drink, it is okay, but you should still ask yourself why you need it. What is it doing for you? The ideal is to have no drugs and alcohol at all, because you do not need it. The consciousness shift that you are seeking, the relief of suffering or the relaxing of stress, these are things that are generated by your thoughts, and they are perfectly able to be changed. You choose to change them quickly with drugs and alcohol because in your society you are not taught how to change them any other way. But that is why we are here, of course. We are here to help train you, help to show you the way to mind shifting. Physical transformations arise from that. And that is what you are all seeking, whether you are buying a new car, a new dress, a new hairstyle, or having a drink. Most of you are seeking to change your experience. And your experience is arising from your thoughts and consequently from your beliefs. So you must look inside to shift the outside. And that is what you are doing when you drink and take drugs. You are looking to the outside to change the inside. You have it flipped around the wrong way. And that is why it does not last, of course. Once the substance wears off, then you are back where you started with the suffering mind. And that is why addictions kick in, because the more you use these substances, the more you want to feel peace. And that is essentially what you are feeling after that first glass or two, or that first toke or two of drugs. You are feeling peace and the suffering in your mind has gone. We want you to begin to tell the true story of why you have that alcohol or that drug. It is because you are suffering and you are unhappy. And for a moment you get relief, but we want you to know that there is permanent relief available to you once you transform your mind. And it is worth the effort, because that becomes a permanent state of being, rather than having to knock back drink after drink and then of course losing control of the mind, allowing lower frequency beings to attach to you, perhaps at a party or in an unconscious state. Then you have to deal with that frequency, and these are challenging things to deal with. So we are here to encourage you to cut back on your drug and alcohol use and see what is causing your suffering. That is what you need to deal with. That is what you need to look toward. And of course we are providing the basics of that consciousness transformation as we bring these teachings forth and we bring these books through for you to come to a deeper understanding of your consciousness and how to shift your experience. We love you all very much, and we are wonderfully pleased to be doing our spiritual work with all of you. And so we ask you today, if you are going to have a drink, have a little less than you would normally. If you normally have two, have one. And begin to wean yourself off those substances, because the society that you live in is low frequency and it needs your help. It needs your frequency to be elevated so that the shifts towards peace and love, abundance and compassion can be made. These shifts cannot be made when you are inebriated and high. You are beneath consciousness when you are in those states, and it does not serve the greater good. So do not see it as harmless, but do not chastise yourself either. Be easy with yourself and ask yourself, do I really need this today? And ease up a little bit. It will make your life better, it will make your health better, and it will bring more of what you want into your experience. We are Ananda, we are your friends, your teachers, and the glad participants in this exchange, and we will speak to you again another time. Okay, thanks for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye.